What's going on, boys? Welcome back to yet another Coyote swap episode. I think it's gonna be hilarious. Like every single video in the morning, I look so tired. But anyways, man, could not sleep last night. Today should be the first startup of the Coyote. Super nervous, super nervous, but I'm really excited. You know, nervousness doesn't come unless you're excited. So I'm a freak of nature, man. I freaking overthink everything. So we're gonna triple check, quadruple check everything before we start this car. Well, we have a lot to do today, man, but we will start this car today. So as you guys can tell, it's freaking 34 degrees in Texas right now. Horrible, man, horrible. We chose the freaking coldest time of the year to swap this car, but oh well. This is the time we had, and I go to work in literally 4 or 5 days. So yeah, we need to get this done before I go to work, because I cannot think about what we need or whatever while I'm at work. I won't be able to think. So if we could get this thing started and potentially driving back to my shop, let Phil work on the tune while we're at work, be freaking perfect. Anyways, boys, before I was rudely interrupted, we do have a parts list that we need to get before we go to the shop. We need to get an upper and lower radiator hose, and damn, this upper radiator hose is like $140. Crazy talk. Need to get some coolant fittings for the block because the ones I had were incorrect. We need to get some coolant. Need to get power steering fluid for the new power steering rack and hoses and all that. It runs Mercon V, so we'll need some of that. We need 5/8 or 1 inch expandable sleeving for our heater hoses that I showed you guys yesterday or last video. That shit looks super clean in the engine bay, so I'm gonna need to go get some of that. Synchro mesh for the transmission, because when we were tipping the transmission trying to stab it, it was losing a bunch of fluid, so we're gonna need to add some more of that. We're gonna need some vacuum caps to block off some stuff. We're gonna need some bolts for the ECU, spacer bolts for the ECU. We're gonna need some plugs for the exhaust, because for some reason my BBK swap headers, one side came with 2 friggin' bungs on the collector, so don't know why that is. We're gonna try to find a plug for that. We're gonna need a pump to suck out the gas out of the gas tank. And yeah, man, that seems like it's it for the list. We're going to O'Reilly right now to take some of this stuff off of our list and return something that didn't work for us. So yeah, man, once we got everything and we're headed back to the shop, I'll pick the camera right back up. See you guys soon. I had to show y'all this real quick. I had to get the sheathing for the other part of the coolant hose. Bro, you know how much this little roll right here cost me? $25 for this little roll of sheathing, because I want it to look clean. I was like, man, I might even do my lower radiator hose. I'm not paying that, dude. That's crazy.
Waiting for
all right, guys,
connection.
done running around.
Bluetooth
I spent about
connected.
$300 or $400 on some bullshit. So this, 40 bucks. This, 140 bucks. Upper radiator hose, wild. 2 things of coolant, Ford coolant. This is what you want to run. Don't run the old green shit. These Fords are particular on what coolant they use, so make sure you use this new yellow oak coolant. It's the best coolant you could buy. $236, bro, for this shit. Swap life is not cheap, man. I spent about $50 on nuts and bolts. Not even joking you. Nuts and bolts and adapters. Small ass shit, 50 bucks at Home Depot. And we got oil, we got everything we need, man. So we're headed back to the shop, gonna start slapping all this stuff in, and let's get this car started today, man. I'm super excited, let's go. All right, guys, we're here back at the shop. My uncle's already shoving all these wires through the firewall, and I'm working on getting this thing put in. This is our coolant temp sensor, so we could read on the gauge. For some reason, these stainless pieces, this one here is bottoming out in the block, and I'm not sure why. So I went ahead and got the brass ones like JD used. We're gonna go ahead and install these, and hopefully they stop before they meet the block. So we're gonna go ahead and try that. we got all of our stuff, man. We got synchro mesh for the transmission, upper hose, lower hose, miscellaneous bolts to mount the ECU, our Y pipe here. We got oil. I got new drain plugs, pump for the transmission fluid. Man, yeah, we got stuff everywhere. So yeah, we're gonna get after it, man. I'll show you guys the update here in a second. All right, guys, so it seemed to bottom out this time, so that's good. Good news. Didn't want to tighten it up too tight, but yeah, that's where we're gonna get our reading for our gauge inside. And this is our oil filter setup. This is for our gauge inside, the blue piece, and then the bottom piece is our external oil pressure gauge. Yes, sir. Guys, if y'all have a new edge car, y'all are lucky. This grommet here, Ford factory grommet, my hands are all cut up. It is super, super tight in there. Like, I'm having to pull the wires through like this. So you guys are gonna have to figure that out. I physically cannot even show y'all where they're coming through, but I wanted to show y'all anyways all the wires we got. Yeah, guys, these are all the wires and they're coming up through there. So super tight, man, super tight. All right, boys, went to put our rack on and install our bolts all the way because they were just kind of midway tight, not all the way done. But yeah, my uncle went to tighten them up and he was like, I don't like it, man. They were not even sticking to the Teflon, and they're all the way, yeah, they're right there. They're all the way tight and they're barely sticking through. So he was like, nah, man, I don't like it. They could just back out and fall out. So we went down to the store and got some longer ones. So if you guys are running this setup, I can't say if it's for a new edge or a Fox body or whatever, but if you guys are running a 96 with a UPR Coyote Swap K member and 1-inch spacers, you guys are gonna need longer bolts. How much longer did we do?
These came
5.5?
5 1/4, I think. 5 1/2.
5.5?
And they're 5/8 bolts.
Yeah, 5/8, grade 8. They got me for like 20 bucks, but it's no big deal, man. Now they're going all the way through. We can have that peace of mind knowing that this shit ain't gonna back out on us. So yeah, man, just wanna let you guys know about that. We're running the rest of the wiring. I got the O2s in for the startup. Currently going to top off the transmission from everything leaking out. And yeah, man, buttoning up together. We got the fuel system ran. Fuel system line all the way down. And then we're gonna run it up, connect it to our fuel reel. We're good to go, man. So keep on chipping away at it. I'll let you guys know the next update. All right, guys, welcome back. I don't remember where we left off, but suspension's back on. We have been thrashing on this thing. We're trying to get it done. It's probably about 10 at night right now, and Unc has some stuff to do tomorrow, so this car has to come off the lift today. So we got most of everything, man. All the starting harness, the 4.6 harness, modified harness, coolant lines, upper and lower radiator hose, PCM, everything routed in the car. I still haven't wired it in the car yet, just because we were doing a lot of other shit. Oh, we still gotta tighten up the transmission bolts. O2 sensors are in. We need to get the clutch cable in, trans harness in, but yeah, the car's almost ready to come down, man. It's been a long time. So sir, we'll let you know where we leave off at. He's taking pictures, boys. He's proud. Check this out, man. Look at all this fucking hard work under here. It looks absolutely badass. All this freaking lower radiator hose, if you guys are wondering, it works. Just gotta make it fit. Shout out PBH, man. These damn brackets. Woo! Starter, 96 starter. Starting harness. Hell yeah. All right, guys, we just eyeballed the ride height. So let's see. It's going down on the ground right now. So let's see. Old girl's first time on coilover and first time sitting down with the Coyote suspension. Let's see what we got. Let's see if my uncle still got it with the alignment.
I don't know.
Let's go, let's go. Is it gonna be slammed or what? Imagine it just tucks the tire. Oh, slam it, baby, slam it. Slam that bitch. I like it. Holy shit. Dude, stand in front of this motherfucker. What the f, dude? It is slammed.
It's off the lift.
Is it too low? Bro, guys, this is to my knees.
Yeah, it's off the lift.
What? Bro, it is slammed. Holy shit. Bro, this car has never been this low, bro.
That's a pretty good eyeball.
Look, put your knees up to the front of it. My uncle's about 6'1", 6'2". This is crazy. Bro.
Dude, that's sick.
It's slammed, bro. No, it looks really good. Custom ECU. Little bracket my uncle made. This thing looks good, man. Looks really good. I love it.
The tires come out pretty straight too.
All right, let's see where that oil pan clearance is to the ground. Oh, it ain't too bad, but it does hang low, man. Bro. Can you believe, I gotta get your reaction for this one.
It's slightly under the...
Can you believe someone told me in my Coyote swap video, I was like, man, I really don't want to do 1-inch K-member spacers because, you know, it's gonna lower the oil pan down to the ground and I don't want to worry about that. And they were like, if you put K-member spacers, it will not lower your oil pan. That's what he told me. He told me it will lower everything except for the engine.
So, it lowers it together. Because you're bringing the K-member and the motor down together in one unit. So the distance between the K-member bar and the oil pan will never change.
Yeah.
So you're not changing that distance.
Okay, but say I get bigger K-member spacers, my motor's closer to the ground.
Your motor and the K-member is going to go equally down.
So my oil pan is closer to the ground.
Yes.
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 That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody on the internet wants to be right, man. I don't care to be right. I mean, if you guys are right.
If you take the spacers off, your motor and K-member would come up.
Exactly.
More clearance.
That was
the clearance that we saw above it. I think it needed the 1-inch.
That was all my point. My whole point was, man, I don't want to run K-member spacers because I don't want my oil pan so close to the ground. And the dude was like, it won't be.
And on top of that, we're gonna have to lift it at least 1 inch in the front.
I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
I like it, bro.
Right,
I like it. It's slammed.
It's got clearance.
I've never had a car this low, bro.
It's got clearance.
But it is, bro, it is raked though. Like, it's raked. You think I'll bottom out like when my tires hit the fender wells? It is slammed, bro. I like it.
You put some coilovers in the back now.
Bro, was my shit highest?
UA1 coilovers for you.
You do in the back? Yeah. Was this shit high before?
Yeah, it was.
I feel like the wheel gap wasn't that bad.
It was about an inch. I say about an inch.
Damn, boys. Let's go. So yeah, man, this is our inline radiator cap. This is how you get rid of the degas bottle. We cap this here. We're gonna put a hose clamp here, hose clamp here, hose clamp here, and then run here. And this is my boy Cliff Hatcher made this for me. Hooked me up for my power steering. And I think we're actually gonna mount this here, and then the overflow here needs to connect to my overflow tank here. So we might have just enough room to put this here, right next to our power steering. It'll be perfect right there. We might have room. If we do, That'll be perfect, man. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the starter wire and the ignition relay trigger hooked up. And of course the car doesn't have coolant or anything. It doesn't even have oil. So we're gonna call it good for now, man. And tomorrow will be first start, 100%. I need to go get me some hose clamps. Finish the wiring, man. That's pretty much it.
A handful of wires.
Handful of wires.
Handful of wires.
That's it.
And charge the battery, make sure the battery's charged.
Yeah. Oh, don't let me forget. I need to get these for the grounds. I need to go get those 2 bolts.
Oh, okay.
Did we ground the motor?
Yeah, this one. That one that goes down there, the one I put on the pan.
That was to the motor.
That one's down there.
Okay. Well, we don't need one on the. Oh, it's in the block.
But then we're gonna do these.
And that's to the heads.
So we're gonna have 3. These 2 and the one down there.
Perfect. Perfect.
If we need to add one, we'll add one.
Yeah. And how will we know?
I think it's a little overkill already.
How will we know that if we need another ground? Starts acting funny, like.
You'll start acting funny, maybe something with the starting, the charging, or something. But I don't think you're gonna have that problem.
Yeah.
Every ground that we put, we buffed off the paint, so we have a secure ground.
Yeah. It looks good, man. It looks really good.
1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a good 4 or 5 grounds on it right now.
You proud?
Yep. Considering
I'm
3
proud.
days.
3 days. 3 days, boys. Thrashing on this thing. Got the motor in. Wired it up. Look how beautiful it looks. No.
I mentioned we did vacuum painting, we did steering, we did the assembly, we did a breakdown.
Yeah.
It's not just swapping it, we did a lot more.
All this engine harness wasn't here. None of this was here. That took planning. He put in these freaking what are they called? Caster camber plates. Put those in. Fuel system done. Like, man, we freaking thrashed on this thing. And it looks beautiful, man. It's paying off. 100% it's paying off. So yeah, man, I cannot wait. Tomorrow, it's already late, man. It's about to be 12 o'clock. So tomorrow will be the first start.